What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. Today I have a very special video for you. I want to talk about how I'm planning on building my brand organically in 2021 and how you can too. I think we can all admit that 2020 has been a very interesting year, to say the least. In 2021, it's kind of off to a interesting start. But hopefully the worst is behind us and we can move on to a promising and successful 2021. That's my hope, at least. I spent the latter part of 2021 brushing up on my real estate and marketing skills in hopes that I can help myself and in turn help you. So I'm basing what I'm about to tell you off of my 2021 plan that I put together for myself. Throughout the year, I plan on stopping in, checking in, seeing how it's working. So make sure to subscribe, like the video, so you get recommended future videos. Yeah. Today, I want to talk about what I'm going to be doing in 2021 to build my brand organically. And this is like 90% organically. If I have the funds, that doesn't mean I'm not going to use any paid advertising at all. But what that means is that I'm going to be using outside routes to try to get people to come to me rather than me throw dollars at them and get them to come to me by throwing dollars at Facebook. Everything I'm about to talk about can be used towards almost any business or brand. Keep that in mind. To be 100% honest, I usually start my year with a brand refresh. And what that means to me is, updating. It could be headshots. It could be just having a big photo shoot and being like, yo, let's get ready for 2021. This year, I've fallen a little bit behind on that, but it's all good. Everything's fine. I just used the first, 8 days now to brainstorm on how to attack the year. And that's where this video stems from. If you want to get a more in-depth look at this, just go to coleconnor.com/blog and I have it all written out. You can copy, paste, do whatever you need to do just to, in a format that may be more digestible for you. I personally love listening to videos, which is why I make videos myself. But if you are a reader, check out the article, coleconnor.com/blog. What's been so frustrating for me over the course of 5, 6, 7 years that I've been really diving into marketing. I've owned my own business for 5 years. I learn all these different things, but it's hard to implement them in a strategy that kind of feeds off of itself and works together. It seems like I just know all these things, but how do I make them work together? This year, I finally feel like I've tried enough. I've tested all these things that I can make it work and ultimately, gain some sort of audience or clients, whatever it is you're working towards, and money, put money in my pocket. The first thing that I am planning on focusing a ton of energy into is YouTube. It's YouTube. I've said it before, I'll say it again. YouTube can be life-changing for your brand. One of the number one things that's helped me grow my real estate marketing business was utilizing YouTube and blogs and sending out email campaigns to get people to they see who I am, they start building a subtle relationship through me, and then they reach out to me, and that's how I gain new clients. It's beautiful. But I want to take it a step further this year with YouTube. I've watched so many people grow and blossom on YouTube, go from nothing to something where they really don't even have that much knowledge, but just because they're documenting it, they're testing things out, they're teaching people, they're giving value, they blow up. And instead of putting the correct, consistent action that I should have been myself, I always get down on myself, or I get sad, or I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to do what I need to do. I can't stay consistent because people aren't subscribing. None of that matters this year. I just got to do it. And so consistency, I believe, is key, with anything. But here are the types of videos that I want to stay consistent with and just see how they do in 2021. I can't really tell you. So I say these are the videos I'm going to make, but then there's also, personal creative projects that I probably will work on, but I don't really know until they inspire me or I feel inspired to do that. What I'm about to tell you are the things that I'm going to do to bring value to people that helps them, and then maybe it in turn helps me, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. First thing, this is not really business related, but it could be, and these are reactions. So if you don't know, I'm an artist and as well, I'm a rapper, I make music. So one thing that I've learned that really helps us on the YouTube algorithm is music reactions. For example, I just did one on Logan Paul. His song 2020 just came out. I listened to it, I reacted to it. It's not that difficult to do. It doesn't take long. I make the thumbnail, I put in the tags, and it got like 700 views. Most of my videos get like 100 views. So that's a big jump. I did one on Jake Paul like a year ago. It got like 5,000 views. So these reactions can really be helpful. Not all of them will, get you the subscribers that you want or get you the views that you want, and you may spend time and waste time in some areas. But I'm trying to react to things that I actually care about. So then it brings a certain type of audience to me. I like Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul's awesome and he's doing a lot of awesome things. So I'm going to react to his new song because I also think his fans might like me. Logic, if he drops a song, Russ, if Kendrick or J. Cole, I might react to those songs not only because they're huge, but also because those types of people might like, their fans might like my stuff too. Now, you could take this even deeper, which is what's cool. Like there's this YouTuber called Meet Kevin. So he's not just reacting, he's, giving like new style content, but he's blown up because he's following the stimulus updates. And so he reacts to the different new news updates that come, or if there's some crazy clip that drops, he reacts to it. So you can use these reactions in any field. Like if you're a real estate agent, you could react to a Ryan Serhant thing, or if there's some dramatic $1 million listing or selling sunset, you can react to these clips that are associated with real estate so they can bring the audience that watches that to your channel. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Just saying. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. But reactions can be super powerful. Podcasts. Now, the past like 3 weeks to a month, I've been kind of down about podcasts only because they are pretty time consuming. But I'm still going to use this. So how this works is I reach out to different types of people, tell them that I have a podcast, or they reach out to me. It kind of works both ways. But I pretty much just sit down. I have the Cole Connor podcast. If you're a subscriber, you've seen it before. And I just sit down and have authentic conversations. I've tended to lean a lot towards the musicians just because that's kind of, all the people that I already knew are kind of in that world. But this year I plan on branching it out significantly and working with a lot more business professionals, scientists, professors, lawyers. I don't really care who it is. I want to talk to all different types of people. And what that does is it helps the person that I'm interviewing. It gives them content if they even want to have content. It gives my viewers who already look at my stuff something interesting to listen to. And if I'm interested enough in them to want to interview them, they probably would be interested in listening. Then you're building trust with your current fans, clients, whatever. And then it brings value to me because their audience, if they share it and promote it, it comes back to me and they check me out. That's another way to it's really just another way to grow on YouTube and your podcast in general. Just make sure you're picking the right guest. Make sure you have a certain level of quality to the podcast and that they're interesting, that you're a good host. I'm going to make a whole other video about podcasts, but that's one way that I plan on using YouTube. I'm trying to go faster. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to do these 3 last ones really quickly. Because I don't want to take up too much of your time. And if there's anything specifically that you think I should, talk more about or go more in depth, please let me know. So the last 3 things, they're kind of all similar. No, I'm going to break them down into 2 more things. Teaching what I know. So there were times where I wanted to do this, but I just felt like maybe I didn't know enough or I didn't know how to stay consistent. Once you do business for several years and you're just studying all the time, you know things that people do not know. Like I am in this world so much. When I say teaching what I know, I mean I'm providing value. So all the things that I've learned over the past 5+ years of doing business and studying this stuff, I want to put it into pieces of content, even if no one watches it. Consistency is key. I'm going to say it again. So the more I put out, the more one of them might go viral. One of them could lead to a client. One of them could just help one little kid out there trying to study something. That's what I want to do. I want to help people. Boom. Teaching what I know. And then in that comes the journey of learning. It's a cool feeling to see people grow. So if you document the learning, document the journey, I think it also builds trust to potential clients. And diving into that is, I personally want to be like a community mentor. So I think this will help me in the real estate world, but it'll also just help me in connecting with my community. And as maybe I go to different communities, it'll help me find the connectors and the movers in that city. So what that means is, highlighting maybe reasons to come to a certain city, highlighting the best coffee shops, highlighting this, highlighting that. Now, all these types of videos are time consuming and it takes time, but I believe that it'll be worth it for my brand. And my overall goal is to pretty much be able to create full time. And this is like forcing my dream into reality. All I do is I make stuff. That's my favorite thing to do. I don't want to make things for other people anymore. I want to make things that I love to make, that I feel passionate about. So that's why a majority of what I'm doing to bring people to me organically is going to be on YouTube. And why this works is because the YouTube algorithm, I believe, it really favors this type of stuff, the reactions, the content, the teaching, the community mentors. People are already searching this content, so this is going to bring people to you. The second major thing that I'm going to be focusing on is blogs and Medium. Every video that I make that it makes sense, I'm going to be writing a blog post associated, including this one. That's why you can go to coleconnor.com/blog. It's self-discipline, really. I'm already writing a script for each of these videos, so it makes sense for me to go ahead and flesh it all the way out, give a little bit more value in the blog post so it gives people incentive to go all the way to my website and check out all the other cool things I have, like coleconnor.com/shop, versus just being lazy and just being like, oh, I'm just going to do these couple points and make this whole YouTube video and not make a blog post. I'm trying to build my own personal brand. I had a business and I still have a business, but I think right now I need to focus on my personal brand. I don't think I need to focus on building a business, because I had a business that fell apart. I did end up starting a new one, but I think for me, it needs to be focused on the personal. So coleconnor.com is there and popping. My YouTube, Cole Connor, is going to be popping. coleconnor.com will be a place that all these blogs can go. I plan to give additional value on these blog posts. And then what you can do to begin to make money, which I've done a ton of research, people like Sophie Lee is one person, and Catherine Manning. You should check them out. They have YouTube channels. They make tons of money off their blogs. Specifically Sophie Lee. Catherine Manning just has a lot of knowledge. I really enjoy listening to her. But Sophie Lee makes a ton of money from her blog. And you can write about a ton of different things. And it's also sometimes easier to write about things than it is to do a video on them. And writing is just different. It's a different outlet. So I need that in some ways when it comes to blog and Medium. Final reason why I want to use both blog and Medium is, God, there's so much to say about this stuff. On the blog, it'll be more organized, but I just wanted to talk about this in person. On Medium and the blog, it gives you this other outlet, but you can also make money off both. And if you're too lazy to flesh out the script to make the whole post, you're also missing a money-making avenue. I just launched my Google ads on my website, and I'm going to do a video on this too, but I made $2.50 in 7 days with only one new blog post that I shared just with my local network and my clients. Is that a lot of money? No, it's not a lot of money, but it's a start. It is something that got me so pumped. And if you post a similar or the same article on Medium that you do your blog post, maybe make it a little more how Medium likes it. And if you don't know Medium, Medium is pretty much a writing platform, but you can join their partner program, and they pay you, the more views you get, the more you get paid. And it gives you a whole nother avenue to grow organically as well, because if you get curated on Medium, if you get published, then it can just go viral on Medium and you can make thousands and thousands of dollars just because your post hit. So these are like the organic ways. I'm already creating the content for YouTube. I'm taking the script, I'm fleshing it out, putting it on my blog post, adding links and resources, giving it more value. So when people go to coleconnor.com, they go to get more value. Then I'm taking that same article that I've written, I'm putting it on Medium, and I may adjust it a little bit depending on what type of article it is. I'll try to get it curated or published, so that way organically on Google, aka my blog, my YouTube, and my Medium could all potentially go viral in their own way. I'm just increasing my odds here, folks. So, we're actually closing in on it here. Let's talk about Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Okay, I'm not really a huge TikTok person. I'm not saying it's not good. I may get into it later on this year, but I'm not focused on it right now. Honestly, I'm focused on those 3 main things right now because they work in a circle. It gives me a lot more chances organically to make it. YouTube videos and writing are more of my thing anyways, and they all give me opportunities to make money. Facebook and Instagram are amazing platforms, and I will be the videos and everything I'm making. Of course, I'll make content that goes onto those things, but I think in years past, I focused so much more time than I should on creating Instagram specific or Facebook specific content, specifically Instagram. Like I'll waste, 4 or 5 hours going out and doing this photo shoot and making it perfect and buying these things and taking the photo, editing the photo, and it gets 20 likes. There are ways you can grow on Instagram, and there's tons of videos on it. I just have not found much success on it yet without putting in a lot of work that just doesn't bring a lot of value. So I'm choosing to not focus on Facebook and Instagram for organic growth. Like I said, I will do paid things for them. Like I'll run ads or boost posts, which is a whole another subject, but I'm trying not to do that a lot right this second. I want to create a lot of content, some quality, most quantity, be consistent, and see how that does me here in 2021. The last potentially organic thing that could be fantastic for me and you is Pinterest. Man, I'm not super familiar with it. Catherine Manning and Sophie Lee both talk about it. I need to do some more research before I, put too much energy into it. But it sounds like if I'm creating content for YouTube, my blog, and Medium, I should just create a quick graphic and post that on Pinterest as well, and link my blog post, and it just gives me another place that I can get some of that organic search going. All right, guys, that's it. That is my plan to make my brand organically grow in 2021 and start making me money. I'm super pumped. I have a lot of ideas, and hopefully throughout the year, you know what? Not even hopefully. I'm going to do it. Call me out if I don't. I'm planning on making a lot more videos and a lot more content. Been saying this for years, and I've been making content, but this is really, if I could do this consistently, I believe this is a winning formula. Stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up with how I'm doing. I plan on documenting the journey. And that's the last thing I really want to say is everybody starts somewhere. I think you can be an expert in your field, whether you're a real estate agent, or you just have a personal brand, or you want to be a traveler, or you want to be a fitness guru, a yogi. You're always learning. And so you want to be an expert. Well, you're an expert at, but you also want to be relatable, and you want to be real about that. Maybe you're still learning something. I think that's okay. Be authentic. I think that is the biggest thing. I've been saying it for a long time. A lot of people preach it. Just be authentic, be real, be you. Please let me know if you have any other questions about the things I'm talking about. I know I kind of went through it quickly, but like I said, the blog post, I'm going to go into it more detailed so you can look at a written version. Also, like I said, smash the like button. That's what they all say. Hit it. It makes a lot of difference when you like the videos, when you comment, and especially when you subscribe. My goal is to be a creative full-time where I'm able to make these videos and travel the world and teach people how to grow. And that's one of my biggest things that I've struggled with is how can you teach people how to grow when you're not growing yourself? And that's why I have to try this out. I have to see if I'm successful. If you see success in it, please let me know. It means the world. My name is Cole Connor, and thanks for tuning in.
Every day I wake up with a vision, cooking in the kitchen, ain't no fucking in the mission, like yo, shaking up your city with my shit, sold in the building, and the motherfucker fizzing like whoa. Cole won't stop till they get that gold. Cole won't stop till you sing my song.